By 1881, the Russian Empire was one of the largest states in the world and occupied 1/6 of the world's land surface. But despite the liberal reforms of Alexander II, Russia's economy was in crisis. During Alexander II's reign, production of cast iron rose 67%, while in Germany it rose 319%. Russia's foreign debt grew from 2 billion to 6 billion rubles. Corruption flourished like never before. Senior officials were being offered bribes of up to 200,000 rubles, about $5 million today. Russia was in a fever. Decades of discontent and repression had created the empire's first terrorists. The radical group, the People's Will, had declared open season on the emperor and killed him at the 8th attempt. His successor inherited an empire in crisis. Chapter 1. Alexander III Alexandrovich. He was not expected to become emperor. As the second son of Alexander II, it was assumed Grand Duke Alexander would follow a military career. It was his elder brother Nicholas who was Tsarevich and heir to the imperial throne. But during a tour of Europe, Nicholas fell seriously ill. He was diagnosed with meningitis and died a few months later, aged just 21. Alexander spent a lot of time at his brother's bedside, alongside Nicholas's fiancée, Princess Dagmar of Denmark. They were united by grief. Little by little, Alexander fell in love with gentle Minnie, as her family called her. When they were alone looking at some photo albums one day, Alexander finally found the courage to speak to her of marriage. The marriage was a happy one. After converting to Orthodoxy, Minnie took the name Maria Fyodorovna. They had 4 sons and 2 daughters, and lived together happily for 28 years. Only Alexander's death would separate them. During the Russian Revolution, Maria left for Denmark, where she lived to an old age, always refusing to believe the Bolsheviks had shot her sons.